Now we go on to a game against Wolves on Monday, in which, I mean, it's an away game, so maybe Wolves will be under pressure to open up a little bit. Rob Edwards, they've got 2 points all season.
2 points. 2 points.
Uh-huh.
Casemiro has more goals than they have points.
That's true.
Please, I'm begging you, get in, get out. Do not embarrass yourselves.
What's the chance of Benjamin Sesko being back?
Oh, I don't know. Has he had an accident as well?
Several, yeah.
I hope he's back. The attack with those three in is miles better. So hopefully he is fit. I think I've spoke about this a lot on the tactics pod. I'll mention it again because Mazraoui did it well today. I felt one of the centre backs on the left or the right hand side needs to go. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to see Luke Shaw do it. I don't get why he's just stood there. Mate, you used to be a fullback, or you still are a fullback. Go. There's 20 yards of space on that side. Mm. We would create miles more chances if either of them do it. And I can't wait to see Lisandro Martinez back because he will do it. That is one mechanism where we can see a change in the system that will make the system better. So please.
No, I agree. And I wonder whether there's an opportunity for Martinez to start against Wolves. I know he's not had a lot of games. They were arranging a friendly against Arsenal under 21s. I don't know whether he'll have that might be next week, actually, after the Wolves game, but a chance to get a few more minutes there. That you're right. That the Mazraoui, Ahmad, and Mbeumo connection down the right looks pretty good, doesn't it? And the contrast with the left is quite striking. I do wonder about Shaw. Is it a mentality thing? Is he worried about his body? Because he is a very good attacking fullback, or at least once was. And is he just worried about is he not that familiar with the position and when to go, when to support? Because he did sort of against Everton.
Yeah.
In desperate times, of course. But yeah, it's not a regular thing. Or maybe just doesn't trust the fullback outside him because Dalot will cut inside and kind of close off the zone so often.
I think maybe he's worried about the transitions coming, as in if he goes forward and it goes dead in attack coming back, because I think there was a chance in the first or second half, maybe in the second half, where it did break down. Mazraoui had to put in a really important block, or Jared Bowen would have been in. But again, you run the risk. It's Man United. You have to take some risks. It doesn't feel like this manager takes enough risks, and you can't do that. There's some no-nos as a Man United manager. That's a big no-no. Even my old friend Eric Ten Hag, 2-2-6-3 he used to play when he needed a goal. At least he was good at that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, suicidally taking some risks. I mean, the master is always Fergie. He just seemed to know when to throw players on, when to take the risk, when to go for it. But yeah, he obviously had great players we do not now. All right, how do we assess Wolves then? I mean, obviously they lost Gunya, they lost Nori.
Yeah.
They I suppose they could have sold Strand Larsen in the summer. They kept him, even though there was a big bid in from Newcastle. That's about it. They haven't got a lot of good players. I mean, João Gomez we'll have a look at because there's been a lot of talk. We talked about him on a previous pod as well.
Andre is all right.
He's all right. There's a reason why they're at the bottom of the table, though.
He kicks a lot of them.
They'll match up. They'll be 3-4-3, basically.
Yeah, John Arias is all right. It's just that they've got that. I don't know why they've got that handsome fella in. Maybe for a few clicks, they were like, "That's just bad." Like you can't even get a proper firefighter manager, right? Like clubs at this point, they're like, "Okay, crap, we need to stay up. Great, get a firefighter in." It's like
call for Sean Dyche or whoever.
Sean Dyche, Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis, but instead they got the handsome fella for some follows and some notifications. They don't. They've got 2 points the whole season. There's not really that much to shout about. They've got a midfield that kicks people here and there. João Gomez, Andre. They've got a big lad up front. Larsen's really tall. Just watch the crosses, I guess. You should be controlling that game. You should be winning pretty comfortably. But I could have said that about Everton and and West Ham. So
yeah,
let's see.
it'll be interesting see who's fit, right? Maguire's been out for a while now. How serious is whatever the issue with De Ligt? Those are the two that are comfortable in attacking in the air. No one else is. I mean, Yoro is not really that comfortable aerially. It's an area of his game that he has to improve. I'm not sure anyone else is, so the balance of that back line will be interesting. Do they go with the same two in midfield again? Because I'd be looking at Casemiro and what he played 90 minutes against Palace. How many play today?
Good point.
He played a lot of today.
I think most of it. I think did he come off?
He didn't. I'm just looking at it. He didn't come off. He played none. He can't play 90 minutes again on Monday, surely.
Yeah, it's looking shaky. Yeah.
Well, that's just when his performances deteriorate. I mean, he put in a big shift today as well. Casemiro.
He was good. He was again the central midfield. I'd love to see more Kobe Mainu minutes, but at the moment I don't see it because both of them they're playing very, very well. I'd say both of them playing very well. The only way I'd see Kobe Mainu minutes is if you put him in the front three and you tell him to come back, and Bruno to go up top and you tell him to rotate. But I would like to maybe see Mason Mount. I don't think we'll see him against Wolves. I think it'll be long balls again. I think it'll be Xerxes. For some reason, in the first half, he barely trapped any of the long balls. It kind of like comes off his foot sometimes. Sometimes he traps them. Sometimes he doesn't. Maybe he gets better with more minutes in his legs, like against Palace.
No, he doesn't. It's not his game. You know, it's just putting him up there. He's a big lad, so he'll win half of them. Right?
Yeah, but that's...
I don't think there's much with purpose, right? I just he's not running the channels. It's not what he does. He's his skill. I was going to say superpower. I'm not sure it is really. Is coming deep into the half spaces and bringing others into play. I struggle looking at this because I just think it's unfair on him. He's just not going to perform to his best ability when the strategy is to knock it long to him as the number 9 and hope that he brings others into the game. Does sometimes, but it's not his preferred, and he's never going to turn the other way and run the channels, right? So you can't stretch the game. What did Aaron call it when he's talking about Sesko? Expand the pitch.
Expand the pitch, yeah. I mean, it's a miles better team with Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo. Even if, like I said multiple times on this podcast, even if they don't create enough chances in the system, those three will probably create you enough to win the game. Like they kind of did today, but they didn't. They couldn't put the game away. But no, I mean, Xerxes, he just doesn't trap enough long balls for me.
No, and there's an unwillingness to try and use the other forwards we have in the squad, or at least in the reserves, for reasons. I mean, Chidobe not ready yet. Bianchieri's more of a out-to-in player, isn't he? Not really a pure forward. So there isn't really a... Ethan Wheatley, probably not good enough. So on and so on, and on loan, and so on and so on. There aren't really many options, but it's quite the downgrade, I would say. And just leaves us with a problem. I mean, we are going to have a lot of the ball. Wolves will sit back in a low block because, as you said, they'll play 5 at the back and 2 sitting in front. They'll do a lot of kicking and they'll get it long into Strand Larsen. And this will be the type of game we're struggling. We shouldn't struggling because at the moment Wolves are a championship level team.
Yeah. It's a banana skin, but it's also an opportunity to right the wrongs of Everton and West Ham tonight. Because the good thing about this period is there's normally a game around the corner where you can get 3 points, and this is a huge opportunity. This team has 2 points, so dust yourself off and go again.
We will indeed. Wolves, then Bournemouth. Another Monday night game. Bournemouth is bloody hell. Come on.
Monday night football.
You know, a few weeks back we were like, look, this period looks good for us because none of the teams were playing pretty well. Villa they've had a bit of a renaissance.
I think 7 wins in a row.
Bloody hell. Newcastle on Boxing Day and then Wolves again to round out the year.
Newcastle on Boxing Day is going to be interesting.
Were they going to give us any Christmas presents, Hanukkah presents, whatever festival you want to pick?
Hopefully we get some against Wolves. Let's get some set piece goals again. God, it's that piece again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it says youth, courage, success on the Manchester United shirt. Not getting much of any of those at the moment. So come on, Ruben. Give us something, Ruben. Come on. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about it, really. I think we've run out of things to say. You can catch NQAT Extra. Maybe we should talk about youth and Amrim on the extra show this week. I will rope someone into talking about that.
Yeah.
You can catch us on patreon.com/NQAT for that, or Apple Podcast subscriptions. I've been pumping out the content on my Substack. Indeed. Yep. Twice a week.
Does not sound like you're having a good time doing that.
I enjoy the writing. It's just I haven't got anything positive to write about. I have to really dig deep to find something. But this week I talked about our new head of scouting and how that's an important position, which it is. I mean, honestly, we have been such a mess in terms of like player and talent identification, not just at the youth level, actually been more successful at the youth level, I'd say, of IDing talent, but not really at the senior level. And it's not necessarily just managing the team of scouts, this role. It's a holistic thing that brings in the data department as well as the negotiations department to identify talent for role, for game model against budget, and look at all the advanced metrics as well there. So yeah, read about that if you want. YouTube, I do post these, but everyone was asking about it. I've chopped them up because the YouTube algo absolutely punishes you if you stick a 45-minute show up there. Halved, actually, in the last 90 days, our traffic has there. They've made some tweaks.
Great.
Thanks, Google. Love you guys. Yep. Love you, listeners, mostly. Dharnish, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Anytime.
Bye now.